Yes.
Yeah. So now let's start our session again today. Now, yesterday we understood. Yesterday we understood hosting, shadowing, 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 hosting, hosting, and where and let and const, right? We understood
Yes.
about these keywords now, guys. So okay, so now before starting our data type, right, little bit more we need to understand, let's understand global variable, global variable variable global variable, right? So where we are declaring this global variable now, so global variable are declared outside outside the function, outside the function now, right? Outside the function. For example, yesterday we are declaring now, right? Yesterday we are declaring. Let's open it. Means just let's take this example itself only, right? Let's take this examples only, right? Now inside that what we are doing now, let's take any variable. Let's declare this one as a let only. Let only. What are you doing, man? If you are joining with the phone, please control your finger, right? Yeah. Now now let keyword, right? Let keyword. So what yesterday we are understanding about that. You can take where also. Where are let, right? Let are const, right? Const. Now any variable. If you are taking any variable, I'm taking let only, right? So let only. So can we say this variable is a global variable? Because this variable we can use in this block, right? In this block. Sorry. What I'm doing, I'm writing the condition now. If condition, I'm writing x equal to, what is that? X equal to 10 now. So x equal to 10 inside this block. What we are doing now? Inside this block, what we are doing now, friends? We are using, if we want to use it, if we want to use this one, right? If we want, why this one is giving?
Curly brace is missing, Ravi.
Curly bracket is there, no? Yeah, one more curly bracket we need. Yeah, correct. Right. So what we are doing now, if you take let also, it will work, right? Let. Okay, we are using the let. Now if we are using any, if we are printing, let's take console.log, right? Console.log. If we are printing here, it will work, right? It will work because we declare in the function label, right? Come on, friend. Because we declared this one is the function label. But the thing is, what's happening now? Please switch off your camera. All right. So let keyword, right? Let keyword we are using in the outside of this block, right? If condition block is there, outside of this block, but inside that function, right? Inside that function. So we cannot say this is the globally we created. We cannot say this variable we declared as a global, right? We cannot say because why? Just assume that this is the function. Function also one block only, na guys? Come on, please respond it. Function also one block only, right? In the JavaScript or TypeScript, if we are declaring any function, function also called as a block itself only, right? Block itself only. Yeah, by Bhavatnagar, good. Now this one also called as a what? Block itself only, right? So now, okay, so if we want to use it, right? If we want to use this variables, if we want to use this variable in another function, it will not work. Just assume that this is the function one. Okay, so simple, what I'm doing now, guys, simple, what I'm doing now, I'm taking function one and function two. Function let's take f2 function 2. Function 2, I'm taking what? Function 2, right? So function 2, inside that, if we are taking what is that, in this function, if we declaring any, even though where also, if we take where x, if we are taking where x equal to 10, right? 10, and if we want to print this this x variable, right? Let's take const log, right? Const log. Inside that, if we want to print, right, we cannot, because it will not work. If you want to check it now, let's what I'm doing now, let's take dollar symbol, open curly bracket and a close curly bracket. What is that? What it's saying now? Now if you look at this, x cannot find symbol. What we are getting now, friends? Can not find symbol, right? Then what we will do it now? We will declare this variable at a what is that? Globally, where we can use in any blocks, right? Any blocks. If if our frequent operation is performing on a single variable, right? On a single variable, then what we need to do now? We need to create this variable outside of the function. What I'm doing now? Where, let's take where x, right? Where x. Okay, so what I'm doing now? Where x, I'm assigning, right? Here what I'm doing now? Assigning or rendering the data inside that x. Okay, I'm rendering the data inside that x now. Okay, if you want to render this function one, why today the people is after like unmuting, they are not concentrating in the session. Background noise is happening, friends. Please mute yourself if so much background noise is happening your side, or else leave it, right? No need to stay in the session. I don't want to increase the counting number in my session. One person is there, that person is dedicated, that is the enough. It's disturbing a lot, right? Please take care those things, or sit in the like where background noise is not coming. If you want to unmute yourself. Right now here, what? Function one is there and function 2 is there, right? If we want to use what is that particular assignment of function 1, then what we will do it now? Like that, if we want to use in the same variable, different value, then what we will do it now? We will take x equal to 20. We will take what? X equal to 20 now, right? So we declared this one as the outside. That is called what? Global variable declaration. That is called what? Global variable declaration now, guys. That is called what? Global variable declaration. Right now seem like this is the what? Where variable. It's not meaning that yesterday we seen that what I said, right? Function also one block only, right? Function also one block only. So yesterday I said that if we are declaring where, we can use anywhere in the function block, right? We can use anywhere in the function block. That is what is that? That is anywhere. That is called what? it's visible to total function, right? But not outside, guys. Okay, but not outside the from the function. Then then we started to learning what is that let keyword, right? Let keyword, I said that let keyword is what is that only visible inside that block only, not outside block. But the thing is here, what is that, if we declare here let y, let's take let y, then we can declare, right? We can assign, because our let keyword is accepting what is that assignment, right? Assignment. Then what is that, we can store here 20, it will work, there is no error in that. Again, if we declare in the function 2, again y equal to, let's take 30, it will work, now, right? It will work now. But the thing is, if you're declaring const keyword, right? If you declaring const keyword, and inside that const keyword, let's take z equal to z only, right? Z. And if you try to assign the value here, let's take 40, then it will give left and right, it will not accept, because constant value is what is that initializer at the time of what is that, we need to initialize the value at the time of declaring the const keyword, right? Const keyword, because it will not take. Why?
Yes.
Because it's scoped, we can access inside that function, but we cannot declare like that, right? Then what we need to do now, then how we can declare it, z equal to 40, right? If you give like that, then it will work, guys. Okay, then it will work now. So now if you want to print it, you can print the particular value. If you print here, you will get 10, 20, as well as if you are printing the z, then you will get 40. Same like if you are printing the same things in the inside that function too, then what will happen now, friends? You will get what is that 20, 30, 20, 30, and what is that 40. Now if you want to check it now, now let's see that how it will work now. Like console dot log, I'm taking what is that console dot log. Inside that I'm printing now. Inside that I'm printing now. Let's take function, let's take function one data, right? Function one data, x value, let's take x value dollar symbol, let's print it, right? Print what is that x value. Now after then I want to print y value also. I don't know today why the people is unmuting their self and they are doing too much. Jafar Khan, people are disturbing a lot today in the session. I don't know why. Please maintain the discipline, guys. Okay, without discipline, nothing will come. Okay, at least if you are studying something, show the discipline. Without discipline, right, no one can give the any respect also. At least maintain these kind of things, right? Anyway, guys, in the growth also, right, people is saying that how much the dedicated and the disciplined person, right? Now let's start it. Okay, yeah, now let's start it. Okay, why I want to print, right? I want to print y value. So what is that? We will take placeholder is nothing but dollar symbol. Inside that again we will take y, then we can print it, right? We can print it. Now after then if you want to print the z also, you can print it, no issues, right? You can print it, this one also. Now z, right? So same like if you want to print these things, you will get here what you will get here function 2. Let's make this function 2 now, and here what we need to do now, let's call this function f1 calling and f2 calling. Now let's run it. Now cd change directory. What is that? What is our folder yesterday where we declare variable, right? Now variable. We enter inside that variable variable. Now let's run. So tsc, right? tsc variable dot ts. Now hit the enter. Now it is compiled. Now node variable dot gs. Now we are getting function data is what is that? X equal to 10 and y equal to 20 and z equal to 40 now. And variable, what is it? 20, 30 and 40, right? Come on. So if multiple places in the TypeScript file, multiple functions is there. If we want to use those things, right? If we want to declare any global data type, is nothing but any global declaration is there. If we want to use in the multiple places, we can use like this, right? We can use like this. If we declare anything inside that function, then we cannot use. But the thing is, guys, whenever you guys are sitting inside that interview, right? In interview, like if you are giving properly each and every answer, right? So interviewer is a little bit, if the experienced person and his ego is hurted, then what will happen now, he will ask some different kind of question related to here. So okay, like, hey, so and so person, hey, xyz person, actually I have one doubt and I have one question. Like, what is that? Any way is there where we can declare our local or nothing but function inside that function variable as a global variable. So question, this is the question, guys. Okay, this is the question. If you are sitting in interview, if interviewer is what is that little bit experienced person, definitely that interviewer can ask, right? So FAQ question I'm asking, telling, right? FAQ. So before that, let's give this example to you people, right? Example to you people. Now example, now this is that, right? Today I will share it, guys. Please practice it. Now FAQ question, FAQs, right? So can I declare can I declare any variable inside function with what is that? Global what is that? Global scope. So what is the answer? Answer is what? Answer is yes. But the thing is, guys, okay, this is not suitable for what is that? Console based programming, because here we are using inside the TypeScript console. Na? Come on, we are using in the TypeScript console, right? So here there is no possibility. But if the HTML page directly, if our what JavaScript function is rendering on the HTML, their possibility is there. But what is that? Using TypeScript, there is no possibility, right? But then by using which object now? By using which object these things we can achieve it now? By using window object, right? Window object. Don't worry, I'll tell it, right? So answer is what? If anybody is asking, can I declare any variable inside that function with the global scope? Yeah, it is possibility is there now, right? So global variables inside a function, is defined by using window object. Window object with what? With window object, which is right, which is which is or which you can test only in HTML page, only in HTML page. Now let's see that one also, right? So now right click, or let's take here itself only page one page. Let's take var.html. I'm taking what? Var dot, for the testing sake, guys. Okay, so whenever we will come, whenever we will reach on this point, we will learn so much elaborated about that window object. But now just what is that? Based on our explanation, these things is came. So that is the reason I took one example. Just I'm explaining now. So here, what is that? Let's take script, right? Script. Now let's take function. Let's take function f1. Let's take function f1 now. Okay, now another, let's take function f2. Function f2. Just our background preparation is happening now, guys. Okay, still we are not entering in the programming part, because before entering in the TypeScript programming, first we need to understand so much basic things about that. So slowly we are understanding those things, right? I know that like these things by seeing that, but if we don't know A, B, C, D, we cannot write apple directly, we cannot write. So but before that, if we not build with the fundamental, then we cannot enter in the programming of what? TypeScript. So just I'm building your, what is that, background now, guys, backgrounds now, guys. Okay, so now here, what is that? If we are declaring, let's take where v equal to 10. I'm declaring where v equal to 10. And if we want to print it, let's take a document. If we want to print document dot write, because if we want to print the data on the browser, so we need, what is that? If we want to print on the console, then what is that? What we are using previously now, guys? Console.log. If we want to print on the browser, then what is that? Document.write. We will use document.write. Now let's take x in what is that? X in f2 block, because we are using f2 block, right? f2 function, right? So what is that? We want to print it. What we want to print now? This we want to print inside that. But unfortunately this one will not work. Why this one will not work? Now let's call it f1 function. I'm calling f1 function, I'm calling f2 function. Both function I'm calling it now. I'm running this one now. Let's run it. Open with, what is that? Live server. Run it. Yeah, we are getting live server, but we are not getting any output. Then what we need to do now? Now right click and inspect and go to console. Now check it. What we are getting the error now, guys? Uncath reference error. V is not defined, right? V is not defined at a F2. So what is that? What error we are getting now, friends? What error we are getting now? Where in the HTML file, what is that? V is not defined. Come on. V is not defined.
Yes.
So that is the reason here we are not getting any output. Now, then what you need to do now, if you want to make this one as a global, simple, what we need to do now? Just remove where. Just use window object. Window.v. After applying this one, now come on the browser and refresh it. What we are getting now, guys? X in F2 10 we are getting or not?
Yes.
So using the window object, we can make function level variable also global variable. This question answer we are getting, and we are able to see as a practically or not? Come on, friends.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So example, now let's take what is the file name we took now? var.html, right?
.html.
var.html, var.html. This is the what? This is the example. This is the example of what? Window type. Now, so by looking these things, right? By looking these things, what is that? We need we some naming convention we need to follow at the time of writing these variables, guys. Okay, at the writing at the time of writing these variables, right? So let's understand that one also. So variable naming, variable naming convention. Variable naming conventions, right? Variable naming convention. So variable naming convention, whenever we will follow, so some things we need to concentrate on those area. Otherwise, what is that? Because if see on the HTML, sometime what we will get it now, we will get what is that problem at the time of rendering our data. We will get what is that some issue now. So variable name must start with what? Start with an alphabet or underscore, right? Underscore. Sorry, it can, right? It cannot start with what? It cannot start with number. It cannot start with number or any other special character. Special characters, right? Special characters. Like what is that? Let's take some examples. So let what is that? Price. If I'm taking let price now, if I'm storing the data, right? Now let's take 4 something. So this is valid now, guys. This is valid. But what is that? Again, if we are declaring, okay, if we are declaring like this, again underscore price underscore price, right? So let's take some data. Right now, if we are declaring this one also valid now, but what is that? If we are declaring now if we are declaring this underscore after price, that one also valid now. Underscore price underscore, right? If we are declaring like this one also valid. This one also valid. But if we are declaring like this, let's take 2 underscore price, right? If we are declaring like that, then this one is a not valid, guys. Okay, this one is not valid. This one is invalid. This one is invalid. I said that variable name must start with what is that? Alphabet or underscore. It cannot start with what? Number. It cannot start with number or any special character. So now if you are writing what is that? If you are writing let price underscore 12, it will be this one also valid now. If you are writing like this also, this one also valid. CV, what are you doing? See left, right? what we can say these people, yeah. Now again, who started? Yeah, C only. CV, you are doing like housework and you are attending the session. Just I'm asking casually, don't take person. CV, I'm asking to you only. Are you listening the session or just like doing the time pass here? Why you are not muting yourself while listening the session? Shall I remove her? Select living. Okay. At least show some discipline, guys. I don't know today what happened. The people are they Sundays again CPM. Unmuted only.
वो येलो में रख लो उसको येलो में तो किसका इसकी तो चेन लगे
CV, are you listening the session? You want to listen the session or shall I remove it? Let I I'm removing her, guys. Okay, I'm removing her. Okay. Now, okay, I blocked her also. Now let's see that. I blocked her. Okay, she cannot able to join at all again. Now, okay. What we can say these people. Now, okay. Now, okay. So now we can same like, right? Same like what B step, right? Second, now variable name cannot variable name cannot be more than 255 chars long. Variable name cannot be more than 255 characters, guys. Okay, in the TypeScript. Now see always use camel case. Camel case for naming camel case for naming variable. Naming variable, like what is that, how we can write it now, guys? So just example I'm taking, what is that? Text password inside the text. What is that? We can say this one, we are saying this one as a prefix. Prefix means what is that? Must define what is that? Object. Must define object. And what is the password? What is the password? This is called, what is that? Suffix. Now, guys, this is called, what is that? Suffix. This is called what? Suffix. Suffix is, what is the purpose of suffix now? What is the purpose of suffix now? Now this one is, what is that? Purpose of what is that? Object. This is what is the suffix is presenting the purpose of object, means what is that? We are performing the password operation. And this one is, what is that? Text, means what is that? Which kind of data is coming? Text kind of data. Now, guys. Okay, text kind of data. These are the rules, guys. Okay, where we can learn these rules now? Where we can learn? We discussed already PMD and the sonar cubes, right? PMD PMD and sonar cubes. We already discussed about that. That rules, right? They are providing
Yes, sir.
rules and guidelines to develop what? Develop our
Coding.
yeah, develop our what? Coding now. PMD, right? PMD. Now, if you want to check it, open the documentation. Documentation, we are learning the, what is that? Rules. Go inside that rules references. Now, if you want to learn what is that HTML rules, you can check it. If you are because and our what rules, we are learning HTML, right? We are learning HTML. So which one is 1 minute? Where that one?
HTML rules. So,
No,
third
not
one.
that. ECMS rule. ECMS rule. JavaScript rules means ECMS script rule, right? So here what you can, here you can coding style, best practices, index, right? Best practices. What is the best practices of what is that? Whenever we are writing that, now if you want to see that, here it will show. Here it will show. Now go inside that index, right? It's providing the rules to write. Else if conditions based object examples conditions global. Now just I explained one things, right? So that one only I'm thinking about. Here it will show. Where that it is there, it is there, it is there. Assignment name as a global equal to true. Okay, see what is that, how it's right. This is the variable name and a window it's using to making this one as a global, right? So this will not trigger the rule along with the global variable. What is that? At though it is a global variable. What is saying that now, guys? At though it is a global variable, right? Come on.